Hello everyone, welcome to the new video lecture of subject Interconnected Power System. Myself Himanshu Joshi, I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. So, I will continue my lecture from chapter number 5, that is the frequency and voltage control methods. So, today we will learn a new topic. The name of topic is adjustment of governor characteristics. So, we already know that to control the system frequency and load, that control depends on governor of prime mover. Clear? So, governor will control the speed of alternator. We can say that governor will control the speed of turbine and turbine will control the speed of alternator. So, if we control the speed of alternator, then the system frequency and load will be controlled. So, we can say that for stable operation of generator, the governor are designed to permit the speed to drop as the load increase. So, what does it mean? We know that every electrical equipment or every equipment are designed to withstand the temporary overload. Clear? Each and every electrical equipment are designed to withstand the temporary overload. So, governor is also designed to handle the temporary overload. So, we can say that if load will increase, then due to that frequency goes down and also speed also going to reduce. So, this is the temporary overload condition. Clear? So, governor are designed to permit this speed and frequency drop as the load increase. Why this permission will be allowed? For the first and only reason is that to maintain the stability of generator, or we can say that to maintain the stability of grid or system, this permission will be allowable. So, their design is permit the speed to drop as the load will increase. So, that is called the regulation. Clear? This is called the regulation, and it will define as change in frequency over the change in output, percentage change in frequency with percentage change in output. So, regulation will define as delta F by delta P multiplied by 100. So, now let us see the characteristics of governor. So, this is the characteristics, speed versus output, or we can say that output versus speed. Here you can also mention the frequency, because frequency and speed both are proportional to each other. Frequency in speed, over here frequency is in per unit. Clear? Frequency in per unit. So, let define the annotation omega NL, that is the steady state speed at no load, omega FL, that is the steady state speed at full load, and omega 0, that is the rated speed. So, consider this point, this is the omega NL, that means the steady state speed at no load. We already know that when load is 0, there will be a speed which is higher than the rated speed. Clear? Because at no load alternator speed is higher than the rated speed, which is greater than 1 per unit. Clear? At no load speed is greater than the 1 per unit. Now, consider the second point omega 0. This is the omega 0, and at this speed the load is rated load. Clear? The load is rated load. So, it is omega 0, that is the rated speed, and the last point is omega FL, that is the steady state speed at full load. So, over here load is higher than the rated load. So, one thing we can observe that omega NL, the speed of omega NL is higher than the rated speed, that means greater than the 1 per unit. Ideally we can say that greater than the 1 per unit. Omega 0, that is the rated speed, which is almost equal to 1 per unit, which is almost equal to 1 per unit, and omega 0, next is omega FL. Omega FL, that is the steady state speed at full load. So, its speed is very much less than the 1 per unit. On the same way, you can say that at no load there will be a 0 load, at rated load which is almost equal to 1 per unit, and full load, that is the far greater than 1 per unit. So, this is known as the governor characteristics. That means from no load to full load, the rated speed, or we can say that steady state speed, will drop from omega NL to omega FL. Over here speed is omega FL, full load speed, which is very much less than the rated speed. Over here is omega NL, which is very much higher than the omega 0, and this is the omega 0 rated speed. Omega 0 is the rated speed. So, now the slope of this graph, is known as the regulation. The slope of this linear graph is known as the percentage regulation. So, let us consider the 2 points. First one is the rated speed and second one is the full load speed. So, the change in load from omega 0 to omega FL, change in load from omega 0 to omega FL, let us suppose that change in load is over here. I will take the projection, so I can get the change in load. So, let us consider that change in load is delta P, that change in load is delta P. Now, consider the change in speed, omega 0 to omega FL. Let suppose that change in speed is delta omega, and we know that speed is proportional to frequency. So, I can say that delta omega is equal to delta F. So, with this I can get the regulation. So, regulation is equal to ratio of y by x, that means delta F to delta P. So, that is known as the percentage regulation, and this is the governor characteristics, that how it will behave when there will be a change of load from no load to full load. Again, let me give the conclusion that at no load the speed is higher than the rated speed, that is the omega NL, and at full load the speed is lower than the rated speed, that is the omega FL, and as the load will increase, that speed will going to decrease, and this is known as the droop characteristics. This is known as drooping characteristics, or we can say that droop characteristics, that means droop in speed and droop in frequency, decrement in speed and decrement in frequency. So, this is the case of single governor with single generator. Now, consider that if two or more alternator with drooping characteristics are connected to power system, then what will happen? Clear? Earlier we have seen the case in which there will be a single alternator with governor characteristics. Now, if in our practical system there are parallel operation of all the alternator, that alternator are 2 or more than 2. So, now if 2 or more alternator with drooping characteristics are connected to power system, then what will happen? So, at that time there will be a unique frequency at which they will share a load change. Clear? If 2 or more alternator are operated in parallel, then there will be a unique frequency at which they will share a load change. So, let us consider this graph. Suppose there are two alternator. This is the drooping characteristics of first alternator or unit 1. This is the drooping characteristics of unit 2. Suppose on alternator 1 there will be a load P1, and on alternator 2 there will be a load P2. Now, both alternator are operate at common frequency which is equal to F1. Clear? Both alternator are operate at common frequency. Let us suppose that frequency will be F dash. This is the F dash. So, alternator 1 having a output power P1, alternator 2 has output power P2. Now, suppose the load on alternator 1 will increase from P1 to P1 dash. So, there will be a drooping in frequency. Clear? Now, system must have a common frequency. Clear? So, due to that, alternator 2 frequency also goes down. Now, how much it will decrease? They will decrease their speed or frequency till they will get the second stable point, that is known as F double dash. Clear? If governor 1 will be stable at this point, then this point must be a common stable point for governor 2. Clear? So, governor 2 will stable at this point. This is called F double dash. Clear? So, they will reducing their frequency till they will get the second stable point. So, at this stable point, output power of alternator 2 will be changed from P2 to P2 dash. So, this is the way the load share by parallel unit. If one unit has change in load from P1 to P1 dash or increment in load from P1 to P1 dash, then their frequency will starts decreasing. So, the contradictory effect on unit 2 will be, there will be also decrement in frequency from F1 to F double dash, and this F double dash must be a common sharing frequency for both unit. So, this is the way that both parallel unit will share their frequency. So, the then change in frequency for this condition will be delta f, that is equal to F1 dash minus F double dash. Delta f is equal to F dash minus F double dash. This is the governor characteristics for parallel unit. They will maintain their stability at common frequency. So, F1 dash is the common stable frequency for output P1 and P2, and F double dash, that is the common sharing frequency at output P1 dash and P2 dash. So, initial frequency is F dash with output P1 and P2. So, when load will increase to delta P, then it will cause the unit to slow down, that means they will decrease their frequency. So, governor increase the output until they will reach a new common operating frequency, that is the F double dash. So, mathematically regulation of unit 1, that is delta F by delta P1. Clear? So, delta P1 will be P1 dash minus P1. So, I can write delta P1 is equal to P1 dash minus P1. So, R1 will become denominator of delta F. So, that is known as delta F by R1. Now, for unit 2, R2, that is equal to delta F by delta P2. So, delta F divided by P2 dash minus P2. So, I can write delta P2 is equal to P2 dash minus P2. that is equal to delta F by R2. So, let take the ratio of change in power or increment in power of unit 1 and unit 2. So, delta P1 by delta P2 is equal to this delta F by R1 and delta F by R2. So, delta F will be cancelled out. So, delta P1 is equal to delta P1 by delta P2 is equal to R2 by R1. So, we can say that regulation is inversely proportional to their output power. So, I can say that delta P1 is inversely proportional to 1 upon R1 and delta P2 is inversely proportional to 1 upon R2. So, this is the topic of adjustment of governor characteristics. So, thank you very much. So, with this we will conclude our session. If you have any doubt, any question, you can give your doubt and question in comment section. And if you like my videos, then please like it, share it and subscribe my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.